Welcome to the Explainer. Today, we are going to completely demystify the transition from bloated legacy ecosystems, things like Microsoft 365, over to a lean, hybrid publishing engine powered entirely by Google and Linux. If you're sick and tired of fighting your software just to get words on a page, well, you are in the exact right place.
Okay, let's just get real for a second. We all know the headache. You've got scattered files across different drives, massive friction when moving from your iPhone in the field to a lightweight Chromebook at a cafe, and then to your desktop at home. And let's not even get started on the subscription fatigue that plagues modern independent journalists. It can be absolute multi-cloud chaos trying to keep it all together.
So, how do we actually fix this? Well, to run a solo publishing operation efficiently, the sources point to 4 non-negotiable requirements. You need multi-platform integration, reliable file versioning, strong media support for those heavy, high-resolution assets, and of course, low operational costs. Nailing these specific needs is exactly why a unified single pane of glass workflow is absolutely essential.
Here is our blueprint for today. We'll start with the solo publisher's dilemma. Lay down the Google Drive foundation, set up Para email with Thunderbird, build an AI brain with NotebookLM, and finally, look at the publishing pipeline. Let's get right into it.
Section 1. The Solo Publisher's Dilemma. Escaping ecosystem fragmentation. When you finally step away from those rigid desktop apps, the biggest question becomes, how do we organize everything across the web? Enter the Para method. It's a universal system for organizing your digital information based on its actionability rather than just its topic. This overarching framework is literally the structural glue for our entire new tech stack.
Let's break this down real quick so it sticks. P. Projects are your active goals with a hard deadline. A. Areas are your ongoing standards and responsibilities. R. Resources act like a filing cabinet for your topic-based reference materials. And the archive is simply where you send inactive items to get them out of the way.
Moving right along to Section 2, the Google Drive Foundation, bridging the hardware gap.
Now, here is the cross-platform harmony we're really aiming for. Picture this. Your iPad and iPhone act as your mobile data capture and inbox while you're out in the world. Everything you do immediately syncs to Google Workspace. So when you sit down at a web-native Chromebook or your heavy-duty Linux Mint desktop, boom, it's all just there, ready to go.
And to bridge this gap natively, there is a brilliant trick for Linux Mint. You can actually mount Google Drive natively via the online account setting. What this does is allow you to use the Nemo file manager for seamless drag and drop. It's kind of magic, honestly. It makes your cloud storage behave exactly like a local hard drive on your Linux machine.
All right, Section 3. Pair emails with Thunderbird, your new dispatch command center.
Let's transform your email from a chaotic mess into a highly organized dispatch center. To do this, you want to align Thunderbird with your cloud labels. First, create matching Para tags right inside your Gmail settings on the web and make sure IMAP is enabled. Then open Thunderbird on your Linux desktop and simply subscribe to those new folders. Just like that, it perfectly mirrors your cloud's Para structure directly inside your local email client. Oh, and here is a massive time saver. You can configure your default archive button in Thunderbird to automatically route emails directly to your Para/4 archive folder. This little shortcut lets you clear your inbox instantly with one click without ever breaking your core organizational system. A total game changer. Section 4. Building your AI brain with the NotebookLM workflow, acting as your active operations assistant. Building this AI brain is surprisingly easy, taking just 3 steps. First, you spin up a new notebook in NotebookLM and call it ActiveOps. Second, you link your Google Drive as the data source. And third, actually scratch that, this is absolutely crucial, you only select your 1_projects and 2_areas folders. These exact steps guarantee NotebookLM only draws from your current active work. So, why only those 2 folders? It's what we call the ActiveOps advantage. Because you restricted the source material, the AI flat out refuses to clutter its memory with archived history or raw, unfiltered resources. This targeted strategy is the secret to keeping your AI assistant incredibly fast, highly accurate, and completely contextually relevant. Finally, Section 5, the final publishing pipeline. Think of this as your personal shipping department. Let's track the life cycle of a single article across this entire system. Day 1, you're out in the field, capturing photos on your iPad, and they sync straight to your 3 resources folder. Day 2, you sit down and start drafting, using NotebookLM and Gemini to rapidly shape and refine your ideas. Day 3, you bring it all together on your Linux Mint desktop for final formatting and publication. Smooth, right?
When it's time to actually hit publish from your Linux file manager, you can easily grab those high-resolution assets and drop them into your web application of choice. You might use Blogger, leveraging their responsive, grid-based themes for stunning photo essays. Or maybe you drop those same assets into Substack, utilizing full-bleed images and drop caps for a really premium editorial newsletter vibe.
But here's the kicker. To keep this hybrid machine running perfectly, you have to close the loop. Once a piece is published, you literally just drag the completed project folder from 1_projects over into 4_archive. Because the file system is synced via Google Workspace, NotebookLM automatically forgets those files. It's an essential maintenance routine that keeps your system perfectly clean for the next big project.
Okay, let's ground this lofty setup with a quick financial reality check. For a solo operation, your core costs look something like this. Google Workspace provides your storage and docs for just $6 a month. Canva Pro for your design needs sits at $12.99. Zapier Starter for those clever automations is $19.99. And let's say you choose a platform like WordPress Creator instead of Blogger, that runs about $25 a month.
If you add the whole shebang up, it breaks down to an annual cost of roughly $888. To put that into perspective, that's about $74 a month. For an entire, highly efficient, operational publishing factory that allows you to capture, refine, and publish seamlessly, that is an absolute steal. Which brings us to our final thought today. Take a good, hard look at the friction in your daily workflow and ask yourself, is your current tech stack working for you or against you? The blueprint to build a seamless, unified publishing engine is right in front of you. Now it's time to build a system that finally works as hard as you do. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and we will see you next time.